everybody. How are you today?
What's up, everybody?
All right. I've been trying to do this all week. I want to talk about reality TV today. Um, if you know, so we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about the Real Housewives of Potomac, whose trailer was released today. We're going to talk about Kyle and Mauricio, which I've been trying to talk about all week. We're also going to talk about Andy Cohen. Not doing so good in court. We're going to talk about the Braxtons and all of the above. But before I do all of that, let me do this really quick. Today's video is sponsored by Miss Rose. Now, I've been doing these sponsorships lately, and you guys have been coming through. Okay, I couldn't believe it when I looked. I couldn't believe it when I looked at the numbers. You guys are doing good on the perfumes, the makeup. You guys really went wild when we did the chemical peels or microdermabrasion, same thing. You guys really came through. So now I have a new product for you today. Today is sponsored by Miss Rose Foundation Palettes. Now, you guys remember when I used to come on here and dress up every day? Like I would dress up, I would do my makeup, my hair, and then after a while, I just stopped. And I used to have all the different color lipsticks. And if you guys seen my bathroom, how much makeup I have a lot. But you got to get this palette. It has 190 colors. I like to, I don't know if y'all noticed this, match my makeup or what I'm wearing. It really pulls an outfit together. Y'all think I'm strange. It really works. So if you get this one palette, you won't be out of any colors. You'll have the basic colors. Also, it comes with like an eyebrow pencil, you know, the little things that you use to put on the makeup. It comes with blush. I'm not really a blush girl. I use blush as my eyeshadow. But this is the basics. So if you're a makeup person, and because I love makeup at heart, you got to have this in your collection. 190 colors. You're not buying a whole bunch of different other palettes. You got them all in one. So I'll put that link down to that in my description. And thank you guys so much. You guys have really been coming through with the products. Also, too, my son and Perry, they're going through my Teespring store, updating the T-shirts with the current logos that Perry's been saying. We are in the process of updating our Teespring store. So don't forget to take a look at that. We've got hoodies. It's about to be winter. So you get your hoodies now. That's what I do. We have hoodies and all kind of things, mugs, keychains, and I'm adding earrings. Okay, you guys. So don't forget.
Oh my God!
I can't.
Why the earrings? We were just trying to keep it simple.
I just thought it would be cool to add different earrings in.
Gold earrings.
I'm not messing with you. I'm not messing with you today, Perry. I just thought
Miss Rose, ladies. You got to get Miss Rose. 190 colors. My goodness. If I was a kid, I could only get 8 colors in a crayon.
Perry, stop.
Okay.
What's wrong with you? You are a mess. Leave me alone. Okay, you guys? We're doing good.
You look cute today.
Wait a minute.
I see you look cute today.
Perry, stop. Why is he messing with me? He's harassed me today. All right, so listen, you guys probably know this already. You get paid in YouTube for like some categories. You make more money than other categories. If you do more videos, probably like maybe 4 videos in a row, they're gonna change your algorithm and then they're going to label that for your channel. I realized this a couple years ago. Now, how long have we been doing Hot Topics? That reality TV was coming to an end, in my opinion, because nothing lasts forever. And I'm the type of person, I want to jump ship before the ship sinks, okay? So as a whole, name a reality TV show, their numbers aren't what they used to be. The genre's not completely out right now, but it's going down. And I don't know if it's just like a specific type of reality show or we're tired of watching the same ones, but they are, especially the Housewives, and they're just not what they used to be. Right. So I don't want to get into reality TV algorithm anymore because they're not being paid as much. You know, this is a job. Okay, I don't do this for fun. It's a job. So I don't do reality TV consistently. Unless it's something that I really want to talk about or I'm really interested in. The Braxtons have caught my attention this season, and I think that's the only one I do on a consistent basis. But let's talk about the things that's happening over there with reality TV. Now, there's been times where I'm not too fond of Andy Cohen. You guys know that. But as a whole, I pretty much respect the guy. I really do, because I think he did the unthinkable. He turned the Housewives into a franchise, and they were supreme for many, many years. So we can't just not give him that kind of credit. We do. But he's going through a hard time right now because reality TV as a whole is not what it used to be. So that's bad right there. And then he has these lawsuits that are taking place. Now, you guys remember I did a video, probably 6 months ago, in which I told you guys Andy Cohen was going to get fired because he had too many lawsuits out there. And then it came back that he wasn't going anywhere. It looked like he saved his job. He has these lawsuits that are not a good look. That's not it. I can't believe I can't know what I did with it. They're not a good look, especially the one by Leah McSweeny. Okay. What she's saying, and I can't find the article, is that she had a drinking problem, and everybody was aware of this, and she went through rehab and she sobered up. And when she went on the show, she specifically saying they encouraged her to drink, saying that they get better ratings, the show is better when you drink. And so because of this, send her into a binge, worse than before. So I guess I've never been a substance abuser, but I sympathize with them. I sympathize with the fact that some things are harder than others. It's not a real disease, but what they mean by it is that the cravings get so, what's the word I'm looking for? So bad that they can't control it. They know they shouldn't be doing it, but they do it anyway. And I kind of sympathize with that because everybody has something that they can't, I don't want to say control. What am I saying, Perry?
They can't
I
shake.
just
Something
feel
they
bad
can't-
for her.
a
And
habit can't stop. Right?
can't shake. That's the word. You just can't shake. And she's saying that she has evidence to prove that Andy Cohen encouraged her to drink. And not only that, she says that she has evidence that he's been using drugs. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that word or not. I want to be on the safe side. So this is damning evidence. So they tried, Andy Cohen's side tried to get a what is it called when you kick the can down the road? They didn't want to go right now. Huh?
They were basically trying to get it kicked out, dismissed. But
Yeah, but they asked for an extension. Okay.
Okay.
They didn't get that. It's a proper word for it. I just can't find the article to read from it. They didn't get that, and they gave Leah's side permission to go look in his emails and other things for the evidence that she's saying that she has. Ugh. Now, if you are lying, if Leah was lying, then you just ended your case. If you're not lying and you're telling the truth, and there's some evidence that's in Andy Cohen's possession, it's not good for Andy. And even if he's joking, let's just say he says, I was just kidding about that. I didn't tell you to go drink. It was a joke. It still doesn't look good. Because if you're joking and she's telling you I'm a real addict and I'm a real alcoholic and I had these problems and you encouraged her to drink.
that was just wrong, wasn't it? I mean, I can see it.
Well, it's not good.
They show up on set. She's a little hungry. He ordered 2 chicken wings and a 12-pack.
Oh my God.
Why would he do that to her? Like 2 chicken
You
wings.
say
And then the
anything that encourages an alcoholic to take. Go ahead, Perry.
Oh yeah, no, I was just saying that, you know.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, but it's like a delay. I don't know what's going on in my office, but it's been tripping lately.
It's
But
that delay.
you can't encourage it, but I can understand why he would want to do it, because it's like, instead of showing up boring, you know, sometimes when people are trying to quit, that they sort of depressed mode, they ain't really upbeat. But he like it better when she get liquored up, because she's not so predictable, like, you know, the things she do. So in order to get the wild side, you get to have the
Perry,
smooth.
you understand that?
No. Well,
What? You can't do that. You can't do that.
no, I know. No, it's not an argument. No, I agree with you. He shouldn't be doing it. I'm saying I can see her argument. She's saying, hey, he did this. And I can see a person who wants you to get loose doing it to you. It's the Diddy syndrome. But go ahead.
Anyway, let me read this article to make sure I'm not missing anything. It says, as reality TV fans know, Bravo has had an interesting couple of years. There have been lawsuits from former cast members, allegations, and an entire season of a show that will likely never see the light of day. They're talking about the Brandi Glanville, which I hear that Brandi has slipped into a deep depression because of this Caroline Manzo's accusations. And a lot of people are coming out now saying that's not what happened. They're pretty much saying that Caroline exaggerated, and Bravo won't give Brandi the chance to clear her name. Now, I didn't plan on talking about that today, but that's what's going on. One of the big news stories that comes from the Real Housewives of New York star Leah McSweeny, who decided to file a lawsuit against Bravo and Andy Cohen, and she brought the network into it. So this is really, really bad. And I'm thinking Andy might be back on the chopping block. He was supposed to fix all of this, and you haven't. It says recently it was decided that the lawsuit would not be postponed. That's what he was asking for, to be postponed, and that her legal team can look into private recordings and documents. Now, if you're Andy Cohen and you've done this, this is a huge loss for your side. It says fans will recall that Leah recently filed a lawsuit against the network and Andy Cohen that alleges she was encouraged to break her sobriety. She claims they told her the show would get better ratings if you were unpredictable. Oh, she says this treatment while filming caused her to begin drinking again. She also alleges that Andy did drugs with some of the cast members. Now, I like Andy Cohen a lot, and I think that he should be able to save his shows and do better. But that's just me, okay? We've been hearing for a long time about Andy Cohen being on the DRUGS. A long time, way back when one of my panel members outed him. Do you remember that, Perry?
Mm-hmm.
Remember the whole, yeah. Now, according to Page Six, Leah's legal team has been given the go-ahead to look into Andy's private recordings and various documents that may be related to her allegations. This part of the proceeding is called discovery, and it's when legal teams can request certain documents to be used as evidence. And why would you ask that if you don't have the evidence? So I'm jumping the gun here, but this makes Andy look real guilty, especially if they find the evidence that she's talking about.
Hey, Sharrell,
maybe the evidence can be tape. Okay.
Sharrell, I'm gonna bounce out for a
Perry's
second.
having trouble.
Okay.
Okay. This is bad if you're Andy Cohen, and the evidence is there. It says previously Andy's team had requested that the judge bar Leah's lawyers from starting the discovery process until it was decided whether the case would be dismissed. So if in order to get the case dismissed, they both have to have a meeting of the minds. Leah would have to be in agreement to get the case dismissed. And I don't see her backing down. She's very passionate about it, upset because they caused her to relapse. And we know from listening to other addicts, all it takes is that one little trigger, and then sometimes it comes back worse than before. Oh, this is terrible. This is terrible. That's not all. Leah's legal team can also begin securing testimonies under oath from people who have knowledge of the situation. Now, unfortunately, there are a lot of people that says that Andy Cohen uses substances, and that I didn't know about with cast members, but I heard before that he uses substances, the white powder to be exact. This could include cast members and production. Oh, he's done. There's more bad news for Andy and the other defendants. Previously, they had requested to pause the lawsuit as a whole. However, People Magazine is reporting that this request also has been denied. Oh, the judge said that they have not shown good cause for discovery to be stayed pending decision on a motion to dismiss. The burden is on the defendants to show good cause for discovery to be stayed pending decision on a motion to dismiss. What he's basically saying is, I don't see any reason that this case should be dismissed. The final paragraph says Andy's teams had argued that they wouldn't be able to respond to discovery before the judge's decision about tossing out the case. This all means that for now, the case and both team paths to proving their sides of the argument must continue. So it can't be dismissed. Oh my gosh. You guys need to get with Leah Bravo right away, and you need to see if there's anything she would do to drop this lawsuit. You can't drop it now. Never mind. Not good. Oh, sorry, Perry.
Oh, no, you good.
I didn't
think
see
it might be a fix. I don't know.
So we know that if the lawsuit went forward, that they were threatening to sue Andy Cohen because no network wants to deal with the lawsuit. And this lawsuit can be just the beginning. Once somebody steps forward and says, this is what happened, there's over 100 housewives. What if other ones come forward? This could be a disaster for the network. So Andy Cohen, it's not looking good. I hope you come through, because I don't think as a whole, you should be fired. As far as the substance abuse, it's just not a good look. Perry, do you have any words? Because I want Andy Cohen to pull through, but it's not looking good. I can't lie.
Like, the whole thing is, he had brought a lot to that show. Now, a lot of positives, a lot of negatives. Oftentimes, they'll try to settle these things and sweep them under the rug. I don't think he would get fired unless he don't laid hands on somebody. You know what I'm saying? Or went Diddy on them. You know what I'm saying?
Well, do you remember before when they were going to fire him and we did a story on that? And the person who told me first. And then somehow he managed to get, I think it was Nene, somebody dropped a lawsuit. I can't remember who. It could have been Nene. Then people started talking about dropping lawsuits. So if he doesn't have any lawsuits, that's good. But the network doesn't want to get dragged into some lawsuits. You think they're just bluffing, Perry?
Well, no. Okay, no, I don't think they're bluffing. The lawsuits are real. But what I'm saying is, lawsuits ain't nothing but litigation in a sense. They want something. They probably, settle with something outside of court. At first, they'll try you to see if you got enough, to see if the other person backs down.
So you missed what I was talking about earlier. They can't drop this lawsuit now. The judge said it's going through.
Okay, I get what you're saying. I've seen it. You're basically saying that he gave them permission to move forward. If Bravo NBC or whoever, right, come to them and say, hey, let's work this out. They can drop it themselves. Andy can't file a motion just to get it dropped, or Bravo just because they want to. Did that make sense?
You're saying that NBC has enough power to get anything dropped if they really wanted it dropped. Is that what you're saying?
Well, yes, to a certain degree. All right. Okay. What I'm saying is, I think they tried Leah to see if she'll keep pushing. She did. Now, at this point, things are getting more serious, right? Maybe they'll come and say, hey, let's just work this out. Let's go to mediation or whatever they're going to do. But Andy, Bravo can't drop it themselves. It's up to the judge and Leah. They can choose to drop it and go to some kind of mediation.
Well, I don't know how that works, Perry. And I hope you're right, because
Go ahead.
I hope you're right that there's still a chance to drop it. Because if they need to drop, if they have to drop it, they need to drop it. But whether you drop it or go through with the lawsuit, there could be more housewives with their complaints coming forward.
Right.
So I feel like this case is going to open the opportunity for anybody else with any kind of grievances to come forward. So now they're saying that the Nene Leakes is coming back on the network and slowly will return back to Bravo. I feel that Andy had to bring her back because the fans never let you forget what you did to Nene and how petty you were looking. And so it looks like he's straightening things out with Nene Leakes. But with this Leah McSweeny case, they have permission now to go through and find the evidence. I just don't see this being dismissed. But maybe you're right. Maybe NBC Universal will step in and say, let's make a deal. Maybe that's
it's nothing worse. Like, until a person threatened to go in your closet to pull out your garbage, you ain't willing to settle. At a certain point, if it could be some damaging things in there that can come up, people take it more serious at that point and probably come and say, hey, you know what? Let's just work this out. Whether you come back on the show, can we cut you a couple of dollars? It happens all the time. I think they'll work it out. They want to save face. And Andy is doing pretty good with the housewives, for the most part. So let's just try to just squash all this. And squashing it means paying off people, doing these things. So if that's what's necessary, it'll happen.
Do you think McSweeny will want to settle? This sounds personal, and she's pissed. And you knew I had this problem. And, people are very sensitive about their sobrieties because what if she wouldn't have came back?
Yeah, I would just say this.
Let's see what the audience saying. Perry's right. That is the normal progression. I hope you're right. I'm
just saying this too,
Hi, Lisa.
Sharrell, I don't know if she would back off like you said. You don't think she will, but I would say this: it could be personal. Most things are personal when you go to court, and you got some kind of feeling. But I think that if they can make it right with her, oftentimes money can make things right. Now, she didn't file this lawsuit after the second day he made her drink. Something happened after that. Either she got dismissed from the show, something happened that triggered. Hey, you had me drinking. It didn't come up at first because hell, I mean, if you got a law case and you got all this proof that he had you drinking day and night, it wasn't no lawsuit the next day. So I think these kind of problems can be fixed. Just my opinion. That
I hope you're right.
Some respect, either job back, money, something.
You might be right. Kendall's being messy right now. Kendall says drunk Barbie isn't gonna settle. I just can't. Hi, Naomi. She said, all I know is we need Nene on the next Roa, and they need to start filming. So there's this rumor going around that Nene was going to do another show, a spinoff type thing with another housewife. I can't remember who it was, but they're definitely in the works of bringing her back. So I would like to see her on a spinoff, but I want her to come back to Roa. the original cast members that worked. I want Phaedra back. She's back. I want Kim Zolciak back. I know you guys are going to throw up when I say that. I want Nene back. Who else is Kenya back? Who else was original? Candy back. Am I missing somebody? I want to see almost like where are they now type things.
Yeah, and I would love to see Nene come back, even with Candy. You know, Candy can come back. Kim. I want Nene to go back in there with a fresh mind and set those heifers straight. That's what I want.
Someone said no to Candy, but let me tell you, if they bring Candy back, Candy and Phaedra would have to do what I want them to do, and that's deal with the whole dungeon thing. I want them to talk about Carlos King, what his involvement was. They both don't talk to him right now. I want Candy back so she can be 100% honest, both her and Phaedra, and what happened with the dungeon thing, them firing Carlos King that he never admits to. I want to see that storyline play itself out. Even bring Apollo back. Did you really hide things at Candy's house? I need that storyline to finish up. Okay. Somebody said Portia. Here we go. Hi, Brian. Yes, we need Portia back. She's back, and it looks like she's got to stay because look, I love you, Portia, but you're not getting a dime out of Simon Guobadia. I'm sorry. Guobadia.
I mean, she might as well just keep selling those pillows and comforters. Because Simon ain't gonna give a shit. That's my girl, though. I like Portia, but you know,
she's not getting no money out of Simon.
I stayed with her when she creeped through that girl back window and took her man. I stayed with her, right? So, but what I'm saying, at this point, you're becoming too petty, and you starting to make Perry look bad by the begging. You know what I'm saying? Stop begging that man for money. You got a contract, you got a job. Let him go. It don't even bother me when you hopping from bed to bed. All these different things. It doesn't bother me. I like you, but let it go with Simon. You're making yourself look silly. But go ahead.
All right, let's move on because that was already a half hour. I got to start talking faster. Let's talk about Kyle and Mauricio. Okay, so you guys know I got this information from Freddie. Freddie's been on this case for about a year. How long has Freddie been talking about Dorit and Mauricio having an affair?
It's been a minute. I mean, the suspicion's been there for a while. You can just.
I remember when Freddie first told me that, I said, Freddie, stop. That's not happening. He said, no. These are what people are saying. So I found this video. It wraps it all up about all the rumors. Take a listen.
Mauricio and Dorit. It's finally happening. Guys, I always knew this was bound to happen. Always. I can't even tell you how many times I've watched both Dorit and Mauricio flirt with each other in borderline inappropriate ways since 2016 on The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Now look, the only reason Dorit ever married PK was so she could live a certain type of lifestyle. And please don't get me started with Kyle and Mauricio. I've known since forever that Kyle is interested in women. Let's not forget the psychic Allison Dubois' prediction that Kyle and Mauricio would break up in 2010 at the dinner party from hell. Allison Dubois said, quote, "He will never emotionally fulfill you." Well, yeah, that's because the type of person that would emotionally and physically fulfill Kyle is someone more like Morgan Wade. So by the time the 13th season of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills aired, Dorit was so eager to get more info on one of the episodes while Kyle and her were driving in the car. Dorit couldn't hold in her excitement. She point blank asks Kyle, have you had any thoughts recently? Like, do you think you would not end up with Mo? And do you remember around this same time, Dorit and PK were having some major problems with their relationship as well? Well, before you know it, Kyle officially confirmed her and Mauricio's split in October of 2023. And let me tell you, Dorit could not wait to cut ties with PK. Whether or not Mauricio and Dorit have had any form of physical interaction or any kind of affair prior to both the couple splitting, I can confidently say that they will be seen together intimately sooner than you'd think.
Wait a
Listen.
minute. Wait a minute. Wait.
Look, Sharrell, I know you think sometimes when I say things, I'm just joking, just trying to push the wagon down the street. Sometimes I mean that shit. Sometimes I truly mean it. I could tell, like, and hell, we all adults. We all got friends when you go out. You say, damn, man, that girl looking at you, you know, real strong over there. You can tell, you know, the party about ready to begin. And I'm telling you something. These two been eyeing each other. And I'm not sure if Kyle always been looking at other ladies with wigs on. I don't know. But I just know Mauricio didn't respect Kyle. He knew she was a stay-at-home mom in his mind. And he can go and creep when he wanted to creep. This ain't his first time cheating. Then he look across the street when they having these little girl parties, and Dorit sitting there, googly-eyed at him, staring at him under the table, and she don't showed up with Chub that she just whiffed for the damn money. Let's keep
Who
it real.
is Chubs?
I don't want to say his name because I like PK.
Perry, stop. Don't call him that.
Well, no, I mean, I'm just telling you how Dorit looked at him. It was almost like an embarrassing moment every time they had a girls' double date situation. You know, nobody want to come in with the loser. You know what I'm saying?
Perry.
No, I'm just saying, look, let's keep it real. She came in, damn. Oh, I got a nice dress on, but I'm with Chubby Chub. Her dress ain't as good as mine, but child, her man is fine. You know, and
Perry,
you know,
please, because you know, if PK is watching, we want to think about his feelings. We are most definitely Team PK. We really, really are.
PK. I'm just saying. I mean, the girl tried to use you, pimp, in my opinion. And let's go back to this whole, Sharrell. I'm going to tell you. Let's go back to this whole thing. Dorit has been fake the whole damn time. At one moment, I never thought she looked at PK as, that he's here for my sexual healing. No, she never thought that. Only thing she wanted from him is that money he don't bring from England or wherever he got the shit from, and him to keep winning in Vegas, right? She don't care about that stuff, and I'm telling you, that girl knew what she had. And then, if you notice, back when the robbery and the house got burglarized, so they can get out of debt, she kept running back to Kyle's house. I'm just too afraid to stay at home. No, chick. It's the PTSD. No. She had the wrong meaning of a PTSD. And most of us grown-ups know it stands for post-traumatic stress disorder. Not in Dorit's book. It was part-time sucking D for her. And I can imagine.
Stop.
Yeah, I'm telling you something. She would text, you know how the girls be having a little chat, and she goes, I'm gonna go out and head to the market for a couple of hours. Dorit get dressed real fast with that little pink mini skirt on. Shoot to Kyle's house. Ding dong.
Perry.
Kyle is not here right now. She's not here. What? No, Trail, let's keep it real. She's not here. Oh, okay. You know, she get the little mini skirt on, those high hooker boots, and then she'll say, like, hey,
what is wrong with you?
No, I'm telling you how the things got down, right? And then she'll whisper something to you. Now, she said, she'll lean into him on his chest, breathing on his neck. Can I whisper something to you? He said, yeah, go ahead.
Swallowed up. Have you ever been swallowed up?
Look.
Okay. No, I've got to stop this.
Sharrell, in my mind, that's how it happened.
And stop.
Because we've always been suspect. Because remember, every time she come in the room, it's always a theme song.
Let me say this.
Sharrell, let me say this too. When she walks into the room, this is what you hear. Everybody look up.
Karen alert. Karen alert.
It went from that until she kept walking in later.
Cheater!
Well, Right? I'm telling you, everybody knew this was going on, and it's sad to say. It's sad to say she would have both men in the room hugging on them both.
Perry.
But she just got one hand on old boy, little loose skin on the side, chubby chub, and she's sitting there caressing Mauricio's back. I'm just telling you, Sharrell, it went down like that.
All right, let me stop. Perry, stop. Just stop. We are Team PK over here. No more chubs.
No.
I don't know if I believe this story or not, but I will say that Freddie's been talking about it for a while. Then Perry joined in. But the only thing that looks really crazy to me is there was a scene where someone said, whose spouse would you date? Or something like that. Do you remember this scene? Let me read these really quick so I can read the chat. Hi, Lisa. She says, Dirty Dorit, Messy Mauricio, and Kinky Kyle. Y'all are messy. Dorit is Mauricio's nacho cheese. Y'all are messy. But there was a scene, you guys, and somebody said, if you weren't married, which spouse would you date? Or which spouse would you go on a date with? Something like this. Do you guys remember? Thank you, Dom. And I think Mauricio said Dorit, right? It was something like that. Now that was really, really Perry, keep it. No, keep it.
I think the question went like this. Hey guys, if we be drinking and stuff. If we ever had to hit up on somebody else's spouse, who would you be with? Oh, I got to go with that little sexy ass Dorit. So, I think it's something like that. Look, let's keep it real. She was always jealous of Kyle, looking up at her. I mean, mostly because when both people got money, finances is not the issue at the time. And then she started looking at like, oh, look at that specimen over there. Why am I stuck with Pillsbury Doughman?
Perry, stop. We are team PK. Don't say that. It feels very good. Naomi says, I think he said Dorit.
I wish him the best.
Naomi says, I think he said Dorit, and PK said Erica. I remember a scene like that. They were asking whose spouse would you go with. It was very, very suspect. Kyle's attitude towards Dorit the last 2 seasons speaks volumes. Y'all, I don't know.
Erica.
I can't. Anyway, let me go because we're almost at 40 minutes. Yes, this is a hot mess, MD. This is a hot mess. I hope this rumor isn't true, but we're hearing lots of things. PK moved out, and we're just hearing a lot of stuff, and we're gonna have to break it down this season. I will cover that because I kind of know some things that are coming up. I'm going to cover that. I'm going to cover Roa. And I don't want to get back into reality TV, but I got to get in the algorithm for those 2 things. All right, so let's move on. Potomac. Oh, Lord. Oh. We're hearing so many bad things about Potomac.
Or G.
We're going to cover Potomac. The trailer was released today. I think it's today or tomorrow, we heard. A lot of people are asking me to review it and calling us with a lot of info. I'm putting together a special panel for this. It's going to meet me, Freddie, and another woman I'm going to introduce to you guys. It's not going to look so good for Karen this season. I love Karen. I do. She's very sweet, but she's got a lot of skeletons that are going to come out this season. And, nobody's perfect. Nope. It is what it is.
Oh, I mean, you know what? I mean, really, I think it's going to be a pretty good show going into it, but we get to live in reality. Nobody's perfect. And if Giselle can lose her man and we talk about it, we can talk about other things. Well, look, I just
don't talk about it yet.
Yeah,
it's going to be a terrible season for Karen. Karen, I'm warning you. I respect you as a woman. I understand nobody's perfect. They're going to talk about your drinking. We already knew about that. Well, some of those things that happen while you're drunk, We're going to talk about you seeing other men. This is not going to be a good season for
It's been
Karen.
talked about for the last couple of years. No, I mean,
I know, but I didn't do it. I don't want to talk about it. I like her. This is bad.
I mean, honey, you wasn't a bartender. You didn't fix the drink. You know what I'm saying?
Very. So, Karen, this is going to be a difficult season for me too, because the last thing I want to do is reveal your skeletons, but they're out there and people are going to talk about it anyway. So I have to talk about it.
Well, I mean, look, let's keep it real. That's why, look, Sharrell, if we can talk about Dorit creeping, we can talk about anybody. We can talk about, Giselle, Robin husband not wanting. So, I mean, we got to talk
Robin's
about.
not on the show this season.
I know. I'm just saying in the past, if we can talk about these things, we got to talk about it. Let's keep it real.
I'm gonna let you talk about it because I love Karen. She's one of my favorite in the whole franchise, and they're gonna talk about it, Karen. And I just hope.
I mean, the best thing she could do is come correct, like Shannon Sharp did. Just address it.
You're messing. Let's keep going. Emmanuel says we need to drag Karen. I can't, Emmanuel. You're asking me to drag. I can't. She put people at risk. I can't drag her, but I'll go quiet when Perry's talking about it. I'm gonna go real quiet because I don't want to talk. I won't talk about Shannon Bedore. I won't talk about Karen Huger. And it's funny because Nene's one of my favorites, but I do talk about Nene because I feel like she's stronger. This is going to ruin Karen, and I don't want to be a part of it.
Maybe talking about it would make her a stronger person, Sharrell.
Anyway, so that's that. Let me move on really quickly. Let's talk about the backlash that the Braxtons are getting. So everybody's ratings are down. The Braxtons are no exception. They debuted okay in the 600,000s. That's okay. But they're getting backlash from the public. You've got people saying, why did they even come back if they were going to gang up on Kevin? That's just what it is. They are ganging up on Kevin Surratt. Now, you guys asked me to reach out to him. We did. He's a nice guy. I got to talk to his family. The Braxtons, y'all are just dead ass wrong. He agreed to come on the show. He is a nice guy. I'm trying to tell you guys. I don't know why they decide to make him their target, but they have made Kevin Sr. their target, and they're looking bad, and people are talking about them. People are saying, we're not going to be disrespectful to Kevin just because you are. And I don't know why they opened this can of worms, why they are attacking this man. I'm grateful that he decided to come on the show and speak his piece because they didn't want him to say anything. You heard Tawanda on the show yell at the producers saying, we are not going to mention him on our platform, but we're going to drag him and make him look like the lowest of the low. And they expect him, and he still hasn't said anything about it. So we're going to give him an opportunity to speak his piece and let him know that Sharrell's World and all the writers and the Perry's peeps, we ride with him. We are your fans. We don't believe a word that those liars are saying. We just don't. And we do understand that you are still grieving. So hopefully we could, ask you. We want you to tell us what Traci's thoughts were, how she thought about things. They're running around calling you a liar to only have the will say that she's not a liar. And it's making all of you look bad. And frankly, I think the show should go. Either you bring Kevin Sr. on and let him speak his piece, or I don't want to watch you guys anymore because it's painful to watch. What you're doing to little Kevin is devious. And y'all up here want to drag Traci's husband and make him look like the bad guy. But have you forgot, Tawanda? You have your own damn skeletons.
Okay.
And I'm just getting sick of y'all shit. I know, Tawanda, I said I would not mess with you anymore and that I would leave you alone. But I lied. Either you start treating Kevin Sr. with some respect or your damn skeletons are going to come out. It's just, hard to watch. People are dragging you guys all over the internet. If we had a show with the Braxtons, I don't want to see Tawanda. I don't want to see Trina. I don't want to see Miss E. Let Tamar and Tony have their own reality shows. Those are only two we kind of worry about anyway. We don't want to see you guys dividing a family. And whether you don't like it or not, Kevin Surratt will always be Kevin Jr.'s family. And y'all need to treat him as such. Let's see
and they got to stop acting like.
Well, hurry up and get Kevin. He said he's coming on Monday.
Yeah, Monday.
Go ahead, Perry.
Oh yeah, no, I'm just saying for them though. Look,
yeah,
he's
coming Monday.
They got to stop the family hate, and you know it's a damn disgrace. Talk about something positive. Talk about your real lives. Talk about what your man doing. Let's talk about that shit, or what your man have done. In all this, why are you stuck on Kevin? Y'all acting like the bad girls club over there.
Mm-hmm.
And if you keep it up, we ain't like the other blogs. That man don't deserve this family hate. Mm-hmm. If you don't like him, keep going your way. Shut your damn mouth. He ain't talking about you. And I'm sure if anybody knows y'all issues, it's him. Hell, maybe he should be writing the book. Okay, go ahead, Sharrell. Sorry,
but he doesn't strike me. He's not the type. He's not going to come on here and drag them. He's just going to speak his truth. He's going to be respectful because if he wanted to drag them, he could have dragged them a long time ago, and everybody would have jumped on board. Thank you for coming, Kevin. We need you to know that we are fans of yours. We are a Kevin Surratt channel. And Beatrice did say, Sharrell, reach out to him. And I did. So thank you, Beatrice. She says, well, hurry up and get Kevin. It was my idea and I will not dog him. We're not going to dog him at all. Bald-headed Braxton. We're going to come in. We're going to be respectful, but we're going to ask him the questions that we want to know because we don't think he's a bad person. We don't think he did Traci wrong. People have problems in their relationships. We don't know what happened in their relationship. And I'm not listening to Tawanda and Trina for me to come to the conclusion of what kind of person he is. So just by him coming on the show says a lot right there. Mm-hmm. So we not dragging him on this. We respect him. We want him to know that we support him. All 500,000 of us support Kevin Surratt. It's Surratt. I got to keep saying Surratt. We support him. We need him to know that you have supporters. They want him to think that nobody supports you, nobody likes you. There you go lying again, Braxtons. We support Kevin Sr. and Jr. and the whole family. And who knows, hopefully this family can come to a true healing and be a family. We're not telling you to go to every event that he throws, but we're telling you respect him. And when you have a family gathering like the grief counseling, he needs to be there. Stop talking about people behind their back. Stop trying to ruin people's reputation. I'm so glad he's coming.
Well,
so
said it well.
He'll be here Monday, 2:00 Eastern, 11:00 Pacific. Get the word out. Let everybody know he's coming, you guys. Fan out, as Wendy would say. Fan out. Let everybody know, come over here and let's hear his truth. And also let him know we ride hard for you, Kevin. We are not believing the Braxtons. The only person that kind of said something halfway sensible was Toni Braxton. She said, you never know what goes on in a marriage and why he did the things that he did. So I'm showing Toni Braxton a little respect. I'm showing Tamar a little respect because you're going through a silent beef right now, feud with your sister, Tawanda. She's playing head games with you. And Tawanda, no one's liking you being Miss Mean. The meaner you are, the more ruthless you get, the harder it is to watch that show. If this show does not return, it will be for one reason and one reason only. Tawanda Braxton and then Trina. I don't like Trina. I don't like what she's doing, but I do admit she has a good personality. If you're going to be ruthless. At least you are enjoyable and you're funny at times. But what you guys are doing to Kevin is wrong. And as the public, we have to stand up and say it.
Yep, and at least Trina
me see
show up
what
with
you
her
guys
wig on.
Didn't she know she had a problem before she decided to come back? I think that Tawanda, and I don't know. I don't want to be too hard on her. I don't know. I feel that they came back because Trina and Tawanda needed money. That's my opinion. I don't know. Maybe she'll tell us why she came back. What was more important to her, notoriety or sobriety? Not like she didn't know that they drink on the show. She's talking about Leah. Let's just go down the list. Perry, do you have?
You're gonna have Kevin on Monday, and are you willing to let Tawanda come on and speak her truth too? I mean, not the same day.
I mean, I asked Tawanda, but I'm not thinking about Tawanda right now. I'm thinking about Kevin Sr. So I don't know, but I just want him to speak his truth. Let everyone knows that him and Traci had a beautiful marriage. That's why it lasted so long. Was there problems in the marriage? There's problems in my marriage. There's problems in everybody's marriage. That doesn't mean I stop loving you. If as long as Traci was riding with Kevin, I'm riding with Kevin. And I see what they're doing to him. It's just not cool. It's just not cool. I'm team Traci, Kevin Sr., and Kevin Jr. And the reason why they went back on the show is because they all needed money. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. That's what we're hearing, Tawanda. You tried to file for bankruptcy. We want to know where you stand in the bankruptcy, because when we last checked, the judge denied you bankruptcy because he called you a liar. We want to know. And we want to know, was there ever a relationship between Kevin Sr. and the Braxtons? We want to know, did something happen? Because she said, I asked Tawanda, I said to Tawanda, I said, what you guys are doing to Kevin Sr. is wrong. And she said, I'm protecting my sister. So I don't know what she meant by that, but she knows how I feel. I told her, what you guys are doing is wrong.
When people say that they're protecting somebody, it's their alibi. No, you're doing it because you damn hateful, right? And most families, believe it or not, have in-law hatred. It happens in a lot of families.
Oh,
a lot. Happened in mine. I'm just, not to get too personal, but it happened in mine too. So I know exactly what Kevin going through. And he's totally
Harry
outside
has a big family. And his sister hated me from the minute she laid eyes on me. Never gave me a chance till this day. And we've been married 33 years. We've been married 33 years.
Yep.
And till this day, his sister wished nothing but for my death. She cannot stand me. And likewise.
So I know how
and Perry's family didn't see. They thought I married Perry for money. They thought I married him for money. It's not true. You don't stay with anybody 34 years and counting. I'm never going to divorce Perry unless this is really, really bad. But we get along. We laugh together. That's my best friend. And I think Kevin Surratt and Traci had that same thing. Because when it's just me and Perry, we don't need friend. He makes me laugh like I'm in the room with my best friends. Like me and Perry just genuinely get along and think alike. And what you guys don't know is me and Perry think very much alike, but he gets on here and cuts up an actual food because that's his personality and says things to get a reaction out of me. He does that in real life. You do that in real life. But to have a marriage last so long is a beautiful thing. And I don't want to be a part of anybody not knowing that Kevin Sr. and Traci were in love till the day she made her transition. Let me stop talking about this, y'all. I take it real personal because when I see Traci and Kevin Sr., I see me and Perry.
And I'm riding with Kevin. You know what I'm saying?
They're back for the money.
I don't give a damn what
I'm riding for Kevin.
The little hateful family say. You know what? I mean, they should just embrace him and move on. Don't be counting the years he was married successfully until you can get past 5 years on your own.
But what will make me really happy is for the family to come together. But I don't think it's going to happen. But that would be the ideal for me. But if you can't come together, don't disrespect them. Period.
Right.
Period.
Yeah.
Every family has issues. Mm-hmm. A Marine for money? I know. Why do people think military men and women are rich? Most of us are financially stable because some people don't even have that. The Marines had a stability. Perry always had, I don't know, all these perks from being in the military, but Perry's money came from real estate and working hard, because he worked at the post office while he was doing real estate. Perry has a work ethic that can't be matched. It's slowing down that you're getting older, but Eric, you had a work ethic that I just was thankful for. I don't know.
Well, I'm definitely slowing
Big
down.
Kev is okay with me. We love him, but he needs a place to speak out, and this is the place. We're gonna ask the questions we want to ask. We're going to be respectful, and we're not going to beat up on the Braxtons. We're not going in denial either. We're going to be upfront, and that was his request. Respectful, like he is, respectful, not dragging them. So we're going to ask questions in a respectful way, and we're not going to drag not one person. I'm going to do that here before he comes, but we're not going to drag the Braxtons. He doesn't want to drag the Braxtons. And that's just honorable to me, if you ask me. My husband's sister don't like me either. They are jealous of the relationship. Go ahead, Perry.
I was just gonna say this on this show. Like Kevin's coming, it's not like no interview to get. No. I'm saying when Kevin comes, it's not an interview to just get trash on the Braxton. We want to give him the opportunity to come on so we can hear who Kevin is from his own mouth, not what 5 girls, 5 ladies, or whoever say he is. Say he is. It's only fair. They got the big microphone and they can trash him and say whatever. But it's best to find out. If you want to know who Kevin is, meet Kevin. Talk to Kevin. Find out for yourself. Don't take somebody else's word for it. But that's it.
We are riding for Kevin. We are riding for Kevin. And all we're asking you, Braxtons, is just respect him. Even if you don't like him, respect him. Don't try to talk Junior against his father. Please don't do that. Don't do that. Hey, Renee. So we got Kevin Surratt to come on the show. He's coming on Monday, 2:00 Eastern. Everybody fan out. Everybody let everyone know that we need all hands on deck. We need everyone to come over to hear his side of the story.
Yep. Show him love. Support.
And they're nice people. And I didn't know that Kevin came from a good family. I like his family too. Why do people think that the Braxtons have a right to put Kevin Sr. on their platform? They did it out of love for their sister before now that she is gone. They don't have to. So please stop it. No, they need to.
Well,
and I think you might have something to do with the show. They need to. It's making them look bad, and their reputation is sinking quickly the way that they're treating Kevin Sr. So for whatever their reasons are for doing what they're doing, they might not have a show next season. People are dragging them. No one likes to see anyone beat up on a man that is grieving. Deborah, I want to know, when is that okay? He's grieving. She wasn't in her grave long enough when they start going off about this funeral. Like, are you guys the only ones that are allowed to grieve? He's not allowed to grieve. If you go look at his social media, all the pictures of Traci, he's grieving. When is it okay to beat up on a person that's grieving? We didn't like it when they did Lisa Vanderpump that way. And we don't like it when they're doing Kevin Surratt Sr. that way. That's not cool. That is not cool. And they're losing respect with their audience. No one wants to watch that. We would have had more respect if they called Kevin Sr. in when they were in their grief meeting and everybody came together. Then we would be like, oh, they're mourning. We support the Braxtons. We're not going to support you kicking someone when they're down. Who supports that? Let's keep going. Go ahead, Perry. You had something?
No. I mean, you said it.
Oof, this is getting hard for me. I lost my husband. His family stopped speaking to me. I haven't seen or spoke to them since his funeral in 2021. Well, that speaks volumes.
Yeah.
That's got to be the hardest things to deal with. Jeez. He lost his wife, his mate, his love. That's a big mess. I mean, I can't imagine. If I think about losing Perry, I fall apart. Just a thought. Now, if Perry's family decides to beat up on me, if God forbid anything to happen to them, if anything happened to Perry, I probably would never speak to his family again. That's just inappropriate. No one's here to do that kind of stuff. You don't do it. You don't do it. You just don't do it. Hey, V. Oops, I meant to do this one. Mama looks just as bad as the two broke sisters. Evil as hell. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree. I mean, I don't understand why they're doing this on television. Oh, It's time to go. But they are. All right, you guys. So get the word out. Kevin Surratt will be on Sharrell's World Monday, 2 o'clock Eastern, 11 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. If you're at work, please catch the replay. And we want him to know one thing. We ride with Kevin Surratt, right?
Yep. Until the next video,
Any
people.
last words, Perry? If not, take us out.
Yeah, I was going to say this. Yeah, I just want to say this public announcement to people. Don't pull a Karen, people. Don't drink and drive. And we'll see you at the next show.
Fuck this shit, I'm out. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Don't mind me.